Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV, Baba Bagedemo TV. I am Sani Tolakomi Ajikade. Here is the major headlines for the national news. National Assembly to OK 22.7 trillion naira debt restructuring on Tuesday. Ondo farmers protest government failures to pay compensation for Rivers Giwa Polytechnic land. NSCDC operative allegedly leads vigilantes to assault police officer in Bauchi. Bandits kill 3, injure others in Katsina State. Female university student attempts suicide, jumps into Delta River. Call sentence for Vulcanizer to death for robbing nurse of 57,000 naira. And lastly, on sports. Eyiba Aqua United set Aba on fire. Now hear the news in details. The Senate President, Ahmad Lawan, has declared the Senate is ready to approve the 23.7 trillion naira debt restructuring request made by the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, in December last year. The Senate also blamed the Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed, and the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, for stalling the approval of the request by delaying the provision of the necessary documents containing details of the ways and means advances. The lawmakers, led the Rivers West Senator, Betty Abiafe, had vehemently opposed the passage of the secularization of the advances collected from the Central Bank of Nigeria within the last 10 years, in addition to 1 trillion naira to the collected and spread domestic loans. The senator alleged that both the president and the CBN governor has based upon the constitution. Buhari has all the legislation to approve the request, noting that failures to pass the document will cost the government about 1.8 trillion naira in additional interest payments in 2023. Cocoa farmers from some communities in Owo local government of Ondo State on Tuesday disrupted commercial activities, protesting the destruction and takeover of their farmlands by the state government without any compensation, saying the actors destroyed their source of livelihood. The protesters, who came from Olura, Amore, Oronaye, Bobo Konle, Okpokpo Goro, Ago Adafi, Umodu, and other communities in Owo, alleged the state government of the forcefully taking over their lands for the sitting of the state polytechnic, Rufus Giwa Polytechnic, Owo, and never compensated them since 1978. Speaking during the protest, two of the leaders, Chiviaya Oronaye and Adiwale Owolabi, allegedly the government of not fulfilling their promise on compensations after acquiring about 1,950 acres of land from the farmers. They explained that there are a mutual understanding between the farmers and the government that the compensation will be paid and will be assisted by the government with alternative term planning arrangement for future community expansions, stating however that no compensation was paid while the lands was not returned to the original owners. A police officer attached Azari Area Command in Bauchi, Suleiman Umar, was allegedly brutalized by a group of vigilantes led by an operative of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps in the state on Saturday. The police officer was injured on head, shoulder, and other parts of the body during the assault by the NSCDC operative and his team. In a chat with journalists on Sunday, Umar said the NSCDC operative Azan Usman led a team of hunters in the state to attack him despite identifying himself as a police officer. The victim said he was brutalized by the team without any provocation. The spokesman for the State Police Command, Ahmad Wakili, confirmed the incident. He said that the State Commissioner of Police, Amilu Ali Azan, has ordered an immediate investigation into the incident. He said we received a complainant of criminal conspiracy and assault from the SP Suleiman Umar on January 14, 2023. Suspected terrorists on Tuesday attacked Jaja Kanwa village in Jibia local government area of Katsina State and killed 3 people. 2 other residents were injured by the terrorists, who rushed to domestic animals and carted away money, assets, and food. A source explained to Daily Post that the terrorists invaded the village around 2 a.m. on motorcycles while armed with sophisticated weapons, including AK-47 revolvers, and started shooting sporadically. The terrorists kidnapped 6 people, including a pregnant woman, in the community. The source further explained that the terrorists asked the villagers to contribute 20,000 naira each within the next 7 days or face the consequences. SP Gambo Issa, the State Police Public Relations Officer (PPRO), confirmed the incident, saying that the 2 were killed and 3 were injured. According to the PPRO, it was while they were coming in that they attacked some villagers at Kanwajaja, Jibia local government area, but nobody was kidnapped. A young lady reportedly attempted committing suicide as she jumped from the Ogara Benue Bridge in the river in Ethiopia West local government area of the Delta State. Details as to why the lady attempted suicide were still sketchy, and as to the time of this report. However, she was promptly rescued by some locals under the bridge. They held her straight down at the point she fell into and rescued her. The lady, who is said to be a student of the Delta State Polytechnic, Ogara, has been rushed to the Delta State University Teaching Hospital, Delsalt, for medical treatment, Daily Post learns. The rescue of the lady was made possible by a human rights activist, Comrade Israel Joe, in company of his friend. They were running from a journey from Benin City when they saw her jump from the high bridge into the river. Comrade Joe said, "We had to park on top of the bridge and we raised an alarm. We called the divisional police officer, DPO of Ogara Division, CSP Azan, who mobilized men with some federal hunters to the scene almost immediately to join in the rescue of the lady." Joe advised that suicide is not an option to whatever problems people are facing. Justice Mojibola Dada of the Lagos State Special Offences Court in Ikeja has condemned a 32-year-old Vulcanizer, Chidozie Onyishi, to death by hanging by robbing a nurse of 57,000 naira. Justice Dada handed down the verdict after holding that the prosecution had proven the 3-count charges of conspiracy, armed robbery, and membership of an unlawful society against Onyishi beyond all reasonable doubt. The prosecution, through a statement counsel, Mrs. Afolake Onoyinka, has earlier informed the judge that the convict committed offences with an accomplice, who is still in large, on August 12, 2018. The lawyer had claimed that the complainant ran into a white garment church after defendant robbed her, when the shepherd of the church alerted landlords in the area, which later led to the arrest of Oyishi while Endurance escaped. The prosecutor has maintained that the offences contravened various sections of the Criminal Law of Lagos State 2015. In her judgment, Justice Dada held attempts made by the convict to wriggle out of the charges were futile to his cause. And lastly, on sports. Former champions Eibar and Aqua United will late up Aba when they clash in the Nigerian Premier Football League match day to encounter on Wednesday today. Both teams enjoy contrasting fortunes on match day 1 and will be desperate to lay down a marker ahead of touch and rigorous campaign. Eibar started the campaign on resounding notes, edging out Nasarawa United 2-1 away on Sunday. Aqua United, on the other hand, were stunned 2-0 at home by NPFL newcomers Vendor Insurance in their opening fixture. Defeat in this game will no doubt put pressure on their rookie head coach Deji Ayeni. For 8 times champions, Eibar, concentrating on win against Nasarawa United, will be their target in this tie. In another Group A contest, Elikanemi Warriors will entertain Nasarawa United. Both teams lost on match day 1 and will be looking for their first win of the season. And that concludes the national news for this hour. But before we go, here's some of the major headlines once again. National Assembly to OK 22.7 trillion naira debt restructuring on Tuesday. Ondo farmers protest government failures to pay compensation for Rufus Giwa Polytechnic land. NSCDC operative allegedly leads vigilantes to assault police officer in Bauchi. Bandit kill 3, injure others in Castina. Female university student attempts suicide, jumps into Delta River. To join us on all our social media handles, on Facebook at Gbagedemo with Alawi at Debayo. Please follow the page and share the page. and on Instagram as Gbagedemo_22. Please follow the page and share the page as well. And on YouTube as Baba Gbagedemo TV. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn your post notification bell. And for your adverts, please call the number displayed on the screen. Thanks so much for always watching our news on BGI TV. I am Sanut Olakomi Ajikade. Bye for now.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.